our meeting to order. Do we have any public there that wants to make a comment? I don't
Nope.
think so. All right, treasurer's report, Ethan.
Budget amount was $1,850. We had $75 in postage, $1,200 in meetings. The balance of the budget is $575.
Okay. Can I get a motion to accept, please?
I'll make the
Motion to
motion.
accept, I'll motion that.
Oops.
Okay, got a second?
I'll second Gene.
Okay, any discussion? No discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay, opposed? So moved. Previous minutes, can I get anybody see anything different they want to change from the previous minutes?
No.
Nope. Ethan,
Can we get a motion to accept?
motion to accept from Ethan.
Okay, second?
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right,
Aye.
opposed? So moved. Okay, dock area housekeeping, maintenance. There's nobody here from the fishermen. Leslie, you know anything from being at their meetings?
No, nothing new has happened. You know,
Okay,
everything's still going smoothly.
okay, that's good for everything, because it should be opening up pretty soon. I mean, I see everybody down there working. They're all going out fishing, so that's good. The ice machine is still in the works. They just sent in for a grant for the town dock, but they don't know whether they can use it on the ice machine or if it's strictly the grant is for fixing the dock in some way. But I know the selectmen sent that grant in, and I'll have to talk about in the new business about Stillman Avenue. It went in with that one. Donahue Park, anybody been through Donahue Park at all?
I just drove by. I didn't get a chance to stop and go in.
Yeah, I was in there St. Patrick's Day. We went and walked around before we got our corned beef and cabbage, and the park looks good. Everything seems to be fine over there. There's no damage or nothing. That's one plus. So, but everybody will be coming out pretty soon, you know, so there'll be more traffic through down there. Okay, historic dock signage. I've talked a week ago, I talked to Greg Howard because I had tried one more time to call him. That office is out of Norwich, and this time a girl left me a message. So that they weren't at their desk. I guess they must all be out busy, out working or something. But I left her my name, number, didn't hear from her. So I figured maybe I can get a hold of Greg. So Greg told me that he's going to handle it, that he will contact those people and get in touch with them and tell them they need to call us. And if I don't hear from them by this Friday, I'm to contact him again and he'll get on their case. So it is in the works. So hoping and I explained to him everything that we want to do with the signs, put historic fishing dock and people welcome, and on the signs that are along the state highways and like at the bottom of the viaduct, and also maybe on 95. So he knows what we want and he'll go from there. Any other old business?
I have a question.
Go right ahead.
The down by the vineyard over here on Route 1, there's a kayak launch. Is that under our purview? Are we responsible for that?
I'm trying to think. By the vineyard?
Right when you pull into the vineyard, right there on Route 1? It's on
That was
A,
part
actually.
of, when they did some development over there, I believe that was part of, they had to have a public access there. on their property, but they had to make a public access to get some permits or something. I don't think that is not. I don't think that's not owned by the town.
Okay.
No, it's not. We used to have a right of way out there, but the right of ways, that's something, one of these, it's a good project for in the winter. Look into the right. We have quite a few right of ways on the Pawcatuck River, but a lot of them have just been taken over by people. And we also have some right of ways over going up the river towards the seaport. We got a few right of ways there. There's actually a boat launch on the Mystic River that comes under us. So that'll be a good project to do in the wintertime, because we did it once and we had all there's big sheets of where the right-of-way maps and everything else that Rose got for us. So they're at the town hall still.
Sandy, why is that a wintertime project?
Pardon me?
Why is that a good wintertime project?
Oh, we can do it in the summer. You know, that's as good of a time. Anytime is a good project. We got a couple of things. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it right after, or right, you know, starting the next meeting. But I think the next meeting, Leslie, if I'm right, the Small Boat Association is going to get together with us.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so next meeting we'll devote that to getting the Small Boat Association ready for the summer. Do you want to contact? No, I can't think of his name. Or you want me to contact him?
The guy at Town
Tucker?
Hall?
Yeah, I can contact. What's his name? I'm getting
Tucker?
old here.
What?
Yeah,
Tucker Bragdon? Yeah.
Yeah, Tucker Bragdon.
Last year, he said he was going to be done.
Yeah,
but I
that's
have
what
his
he
number and I will call him.
Okay. And just say if he wants to have them get on, and we'll do the meeting with them and see how they're doing. And they, if you contact them, you can bring. They need their lease, right? Their membership. What else do they need? Insurance.
Financial report, certificate of liability.
Yep.
Yep, I'll send all that.
All right, and I'll talk to him. You request that from him, because they're going back down. He's back down at Noah's in the morning, I assume. So I'll also
Table
talk
3.
to him. Yeah, and see what they want to. You know, imagine they just want to do the same thing as before. So. Okay, the next thing is Stillman Avenue. That has to do with the factory that they tore down. They're looking, the town is putting in for a grant. Danielle called me up and she asked me if we would support the grant. They're getting all the people to put in for the grant. What they want to do is they want a grant for the DEP to come in and check the whole area out, so they make sure there's no brown spots or anything. And if they do, what the town is going to do, because the people, the owners, almost owe us $1 million for like $800,000 for cleaning it up. And they also haven't paid taxes in 7 years. So I think what the town wants to do is to take the property. And one of the things they're looking into two things right now. They're looking into making a boutique hotel over there. They have correspondence with somebody that they think would be willing to do that project. They do it with the town. We would keep ownership of the property, but they would lease. Sorry, hang on. They would lease what they would do was they would lease the property to them because the brewery across the street have a lot of people asking when they come there, especially in the summer, if they have a place to stay, if there's any area hotels, and that would be a close area because there's nothing close over in Pawcatuck. So they think that would be a good idea. Or the second idea is to make it a park, but they like to get something on the tax rolls to get some money in. But what they want, I had a letter written for them approving that the Waterfront Commission would approve writing in for the grant to have the DEP come in and evaluate the property. Because we can't have, the feds won't come in unless the owners of the property give them permission, and they refuse to give permission. But the DEP will come in and survey the property for us as long as they owe taxes, which they do. So that's what they're asking for, a grant. I don't know the price, but it's about, I think it's $140,000 for them to come in and look at it. So I signed, because they put in for it a week ago. So I signed the letter for us to support the grant for the DEP coming in. So what I want to do is get a motion that everybody feels that's a good idea. And so how do you all feel about that?
It's already done. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, good.
same here.
Okay, what about you, E?
Yeah, I think I think having the DEP come in and assess the property is a good idea. Yep.
Yeah, and that way, if it's a good idea, then they'll go ahead with the projects one way or the other. They'll ask the DEP about what has to be done, and we just want to make sure it's a clean area now because we paid to have it all sealed and cleaned up and everything, and that's a bill they owe the town, the owners, which I don't think we'll ever hear from them again. I hope not.
So this boutique hotel, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But the town doesn't own the property yet, right? This is the DEP is going to come in, do an assessment.
Yes, definitely. The DEP will come in. That's what they're asking for the grant, to have the DEP come in, do the whole assessment, and with the engineer and everything, and then the selectmen will look in for the use. And that's the only thing they've talked to the two things about it, because the brewery had called up and asked the selectmen about hotels in the area, because there's really no hotels. There's one in, I don't know if that's a hotel in Westerly that they could do, and but they thought, the selectmen thought that it'd be just a small hotel, and but they do it with a group. There's a development group, and we would, if we own the property, we would not want to give up ownership of the property because we don't want to give up anything. But the selectmen would probably sign a lease with the developer to put a hotel.
So that's going to be a boutique. That's going to be they're looking into a boutique hotel like the one they're putting in Mystic, I assume.
I think so, yeah. I haven't seen that one, but go ahead.
But they're not going to want to make any decision until the DEP goes there and make sure we don't have like a Superfund site or brownfield.
They're not going to make the DEP's. That's what we're going to do the grant for. And they're putting the grant in at the same time they're putting in the grant for the kids' rowing place up on the Mystic River. So they're putting both grants in at the same time, but they had to have that letter really quickly. And so what I did is I Danielle wrote the letter for us, and they're going to send everybody a copy of the letter. But it was a good letter, just having us support cleaning up having a clean area and that kind of a thing. We didn't have to say, we already sent a letter of support a month or two ago to support the grant from the state, but they're just now getting it done, putting in for it again, because I think it got turned down the first time for something. I'm not positive of that though, but it was ongoing. So, but as long as everybody okays, I feel bad I had to, so I asked Dan Rail to write us a letter of recommendation so Leslie wouldn't have to do it. So she had it right there, so I signed off on it and hope, we think everybody supports that, so we'll do that. But they're definitely, the DEP is gonna come in, once they see all the letters. There's a lot of letters of support for the different organizations. But I think
Well,
what
Sandy,
Danielle's gonna do, go ahead.
so we'll get a copy of that letter. Everybody will get a copy, or I'll get one so I can send one to everybody for the file.
Yep, definitely. I'll have
Okay.
Danielle, I thought she said she was gonna send that over to you, but I'll make sure. I'll ask her when I go in. I gotta go see her, I gotta go on Friday. So I'll ask then and have her give it, and everybody, we can put it in the minutes, or everybody can get a copy. But it's a good thing, and I think she's going to have us, because it's waterfront property, she'll have us, it'll come under our auspices, which, she's very favorable to that kind of thing. She thinks we should be involved with the rowing place up on Mystic, which is technically a park. She'd like to see us be involved with that, but I think we're better keeping our fingers off of that till it gets done, and then come into it, because they're still, having problem raising money and everything. So I don't know we don't know what's going to happen there. Any other new business?
No.
Any correspondence?
None.
Okay. Anybody have anything they'd like to share? Any questions or comments?
No.
Not this time.
No? Nope. Okay. And Gene, what we'll do is, once this little stuff calms down, we'll get right on, I'll go up and get all that, the big rolls. So I don't know if we want to have a meeting once everybody's vaccinated, or I'll see if it's something we can do online. But there's a lot, or that they can put the documents online for us, so we can see them all where they all are, because they're basically maps.
Yeah.
And the big one is down on Riverside Drive, down in Pawcatuck. And because those people kind of took it over and put a gate across it, and they claim it's in their deeds, but it has no right to be in their deeds because it was our right of way. So, and we dealt with that. We did deal with that before, but the town back then didn't want to spend the funds, if we had to take them to court. But I think right of ways are important things for us, especially on that river and on the Mystic River. We have a right of way down on the end of Hancock Street, on Hancock and Diven, where the wall is. That's technically a right of way, a borough right of way. Okay.
Gene, are you
no other...
Gene, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Gene, I've always wanted to do. I've always been interested in doing an initiative on rights of ways to the waterfront, and this is like my chance to do that.
Oh, great!
I'll be honest. This time of year for me, I mean, I don't want to base it on this, but I'm in the boating industry, so right now I'm on like 60-hour weeks for the next like 3 months. But after that, I would definitely be interested in sitting down with you and from start whatever I could do to help.
Okay. Gene, would you like to be involved with that too?
Yes, and we can
Or we can all
spend,
be involved.
sure.
Go ahead.
But we can spend our time getting organized as to how we want to approach this so that when Ethan's available, we can jump in and start doing things, you know?
Okay.
Yep, I definitely be interested. Definitely would be interested.
Okay.
Even now, even though
Well,
I'm working now, it's a little busy for him, but even right now, if something comes up too, like bring it up in meetings or you get in contact me on the side. If there's anything I can do to try to help or take a look sometime, but the next couple months are a little bit busy for me. But after that, I can free up, and I definitely would like to take a look into that.
okay. And Raven, if you'd like, you can become part of us, that group too.
Oh, I would love to. Awesome.
Okay. So,
Thank
Gene,
you.
maybe next week, Gene, me and you could go up and go to the selectman's office and find out where they keep all the right-of-way stuff. Because they're big roads.
Yeah,
We used to keep-
I'm down to go to the selectman's office with you. So just send me an email or a text. Reach out. Yeah, I'd love to.
All right. Gene, are you free next week anytime?
Yeah, I think I have a vaccination clinic one day, but I can make myself available.
All right. We'll work around that. The only day I can't do it is Tuesday and Friday mornings. But other than that, I can do it any day. And what I'll do first is I'll go down to the town dock because all these rolls of the right-of-ways, the big rolls of maps and everything, they used to be on top of the file cabinet. But I think they brought them back to the town hall. But I'll go check that too. So I'll be in touch. I'll be in touch, Raven, with you and Gene, and next week, and Ethan. When we have anything, I can always bring them home, and you can look at them. I can bring them to Gene, and to Raven, and we can all take turns looking at them and come up with
Please.
ideas.
Awesome. Sounds
Okay.
good.
No, that's
Everybody on? Okay, that sounds good. All right, no more business. Can we get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, Ethan.
Okay, second?
I'll second that.
Okay, second, Raven. Leslie, thank you very much for doing this tonight, and I'll see you at the town hall.
Okay.
Everybody,
Yep.
have a good night.
Thanks, Leslie.
You all too. Stay blessed. Have a
Okay.
good rest of the week, everybody.
Take
You
care.
too.
You too, Raven.
All right, all
Bye.
in favor?
Thank you.
All in favor to adjourn? Aye. All right, Leslie, we're adjourned.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. See you later. Good meeting.